Well, Happy New Year. Hello, everyone. Can you believe it is 2025? Lori and I were just talking behind the scenes. I was like, that just sounds, how do you wrap your head around that? Whew, 2025. Happy New Year, friends. How are you? When I miss a week, it always feels like it's been like 6 months. It always feels like a lot longer than a week. So I have missed you without a doubt. That is for sure. Tell me how you are. What is happening? Just in case we haven't met yet, my name is Chris Acton with Acting Creative, and this is Live at the Loom. Woohoo! We do this, with the exception of holidays and a few other things. We do this every Thursday and we talk about life and weaving and whatever else comes up because there's always something that comes up which makes it very exciting. It's very exciting. Everyone, please give a big hello and thank you to Lori, our gatekeeper, who is behind the scenes, making sure that mostly that I don't do anything too stupid, but also making sure that we have this nice, safe space. It is, we can't do without her. That's for sure. Let me give some hellos here. Hello to Connie Peterson. She was here at 9:01, folks. We started at 9:30. She was ready. She was like, yes, let's do this. Donna, hello, Donna. She said I'm early, but I didn't want to forget again. I understand that. Boy, there's things I do to remember as well. By the way, what is this, Donna? You said you spent 3 days making medieval meat pies for the clan. Okay, that sounds fantastic. First of all, I love the idea of a savory pie. Medieval meat pies. Donna, we may need more information. Is it pork? Is it beef? Is it, I'm guessing it's not chicken. What do you put in like a pot pie, right? It's that idea, but I'm guessing it's much fancier. Pot pie sounds very Midwestern and mundane, but that I'm guessing it's you let me know. Connie says she got to bake caramel rolls with her youngest granddaughter on top of everything else. That's awesome. Oh, Ernie's here. Hello, Ernie. He is home. We love that. I mean, we love when you travel, but we also love when you're, tucked into your sweet home there. Let's see. Hello, Carrie and Gemma. And Sue Ann's here. Woohoo! And Maureen. Hello, Maureen. How are you? And Sam is on board. Hello, Sam. Sherry says, Happy New Year. We just had a snow squall go through and still snowing. Expected 1 to 4 inches heading your way. Oh, it's heading my way, Sherry? It's just following Highway 80 right over here. Is that okay? I'll brace myself. It is sunny right now. Don't tell Mother Nature, but it is sunny and we're okay, friends. If you've never lived in the Midwest, it is hard to describe how much of an impact a little sunshine has on your overall mood and health and wellness because we have days and days and days that are just gray, cloudy, overcast. So the moment the sun peeps out, we are just, you would have thought we won the lottery. So it is sunny right now, which is part of why I'm in such a good mood because we have sunshine. Yesterday, on my way back from my brother's, I drove through snow and some kind of spitting. It wasn't sleet. It was. Yeah, that's our winter. Sam says it's blowing and slightly snowy here too. That is completely understandable where you are, darling. Yes. See, there's Lori. By the way, if you yes, Lori, because she's helping on my side, you'll see it's always under the Acting Creative little banner there, but that's I'm not typing. If anyone's typing from Acting Creative, it's not me. just so you know. Okay, Carrie says it is 60 degrees there with brilliantly warm sun. Walked into the village without a coat. Oh, Carrie, we're so happy for you. That's a good thing. This is Lori. We got sunshine here today. I was confused. What is that bright light in the sky? Right. Okay. Before I forget, I have to show you my beautiful mug. Look at this. Cotton clouds. Look at that. Isn't that cute? It's my color. And let me just say that I know in the list of superpowers, it may not be a really high ranking superpower, but I am an excellent mug evaluator. Let me just tell you that it is really one of my strengths. And this one, lots of high marks. The handle doesn't get hot when you put it in the microwave. And look at the inside. It's like she's met me before. You can't tell if I haven't washed it for a day or two. or 5. You can't tell. It's a dark interior, right? Say lovely mug. Thank you to Jody Ibarra. She is the best. Yeah. Okay, Carol is here. It looks like she just got up. So I have to. Okay, Carol, I have to tell everyone about your comment the other day. It cracked me up so much. So this week in Handwoven Experience, I talked about the Pantone color of the year. Carol was not happy. Carol was like, would they find some better colors? Which just kind of cracked me up. We had a whole conversation about Pantone's choices for color of the year, which is Mocha Mousse, which I like. Funny enough, I wore a shirt in honor of Mocha Mousse. No, that's not true. But after I put it on, I thought, oh, it's like Mocha Mousse. Anyways, so Carol gets high marks for comedy. That's I was laughing. Okay, Donna says for her meat pies. Oh wait, Donna says they use beef, probably something like venison. Sure, I can see that. 15 pounds of beef and 6 pounds of butter alone in the 6 pies I made. Donna, that's crazy. That sounds. I'm guessing. Do you put other vegetables and stuff in there, like a regular pot pie? Is that the idea? I'm very intrigued. Yes. Yeah. She's like boring colors for years. That's what. Yes, Carol. Okay. Okay. So I have to chuckle here because when I was down at Rebecca's at 3 Moons, I was like, hey, did you see the color of the year? She's like, yeah, it looks like bleep. I was like, oh, well, yeah, it does kind of. She's like, oh, that's not an indication of how the year is going to go. It's not. We're going to think of it as chocolate instead of other things. That is the plan. Hello, Rita Hollander. How are you, my friend? Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is, they are due for a bright color. Wasn't it like peach, some kind of peach color last year, if I remember correctly? Is that right? Mm-hmm. Sandy says, I have the same mug. Aha! Great mug. One of the 12 days items in our advent calendar. Oh, excellent. Sandy, I'm glad you said something because I couldn't remember. I have to ask Jody if it's an item for sale or if you have to know the secret, like the password to get the mug. I'm not sure. It's an excellent mug though, right? Mm-hmm. Sam says last year's color was beige. Yeah, they are due for like a bright blue or something, right? Yeah, something. Okay, so we don't need Pantone. What color would you like for this year? You let me know. What do you think? I'm trying to reach my mug and not burn myself because the Alex Madison mug warmer is in use today. Thank you, Alex. Listen to me. Talking could be challenging today. I haven't done it for 2 weeks, folks. Okay, Carol says, here's a Loom update. The Mighty Fin is just waiting on Texoff heddles for the treadle tie-ups. Otherwise, fully restored now. Congratulations. That's huge. That is huge. Ooh, pardon me. Okay, so for anyone who's new and hasn't heard of Texol before, it's a kind of heddle that's, is it nylon, polyester? What is it? It's, someone fill me in on exactly what Texol is. But yeah, they're very quiet. So if you like quiet heddles, that's the solution. They don't slide as well. That's my understanding. I've never worked on I should clarify. I've worked on a loom that had Texol heddles. I've never owned a loom that had Texol heddles though. So there we go. Donna says she puts leeks and carrots and spices like cinnamon and cloves. Oh, that's kind of an interesting crossover from savory and sweet. Donna, I'm very intrigued. And who is the recipient of these amazing meat pies, darling? Okay. Okay, here are thoughts. Carol says last year's color was fuzzy peach. Okay, all right. So I asked what color. Okay, Sam's thinking this green would be nice. That's a nice green, right? Kind of it's a little darker in person. It looks a little more lighter, a little grassier here. Okay, that's a good vote. Lori says orange. All right, I like that enthusiasm. Let's see. Carol says electric teal. Ooh. All right. Sue Ann says I'm always up for good blue or green or turquoise or teal, which actually would be colors that would go with the Lovely mocha mousse. Okay. All right. I like that. Okay. Gemma says maybe something blue. Maybe turquoise would be nice. Okay. Turquoise has gotten a couple of votes here. I like that. Ooh, something along the lines of Northern Lights. Ooh, that's an interesting description, Gemma. I like that. Oh, wait. I did something funky. That was me. Sorry. Ah, that was me. That was me, Lori. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna push some stuff randomly. Let's see. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. We'll try to I see you, Lori. We'll get her back. Okay. Carol says Carol says the heddles are string, not a fan. Prefer the metal. Oh, okay. The treadle tie-ups are Texol too. Okay. All right. Ernie says, of course, Lori say orange. She's in Netherlands. He's got your number, Lori. Mm-hmm. Okay, Carol says we would call that mug Go Away Green on the ranch. Spray anything that color and it disappears into the landscape. Oh, Go Away Green. It's like a camouflage kind of idea. Is that right? I like it. That's a good idea. Mm-hmm. Very, very cool. Look at this. Okay. I'm okay with making green the color of the year. We could do that's a pretty color. Green, blue, turquoise, one of those. I like it. Why not? Okay, so let's run with this theme, friends. Okay, so if this is the color of the year, what do you put with this? Okay, here. Friends, do the episode for me. What would you put if this was the color of the year? What do you think? Okay. I think we need a little like Jeopardy music here. Do 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 do. No. Do 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 do. Okay, so yeah, green. What would you put with that? I mean, I love me some green, so I would put pretty much everything with that. You let me know. Turquoise. Okay, all right, I like it. Ooh, Carol says sky blue and chocolate with a pear yellow. Ooh, nice. All the colors. I like it. Okay, excellent. Sue Ann says green, blue, purple. That seems very Mardi Gras. I like that. Excellent. Very good. Sam says Emerald City green. Like a different kind of green to go with it. That's a cool idea. That's a good idea. I like that. Sherry says mocha mousse would go with that green. It would, wouldn't it? Okay. No, that's a great idea because you can have, it's kind of like, imagine my shirt. My shirt's a little darker than the mocha mousse, but that's ooh, you could almost see the blue in there too. You could almost do a little, that's nice. I like that, Sherry. Yep, I like that call. That's a good one. Connie says, I love green, but it has to be a forest or a hunter. I hate pea green. Connie, I love the passion with which you go through life. That's amazing, really. It's you never wonder where you stand with Connie. See, that's awesome. Connie, we love that about you. No pea green for Connie, just forest or hunter. That's all we need. What else do you need, Connie? I'm with you, right? Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? She says light blue and white in a plaid. Ooh, that would be very pretty with that kind of green color. I like that, Elizabeth. Good call. Carrie says she would pair it up with spring colors, golds, daffodils, iris. Ooh, nice. That could be like a whole spring scene, right? So a little purple, a little yellow, goldish something. What's so interesting is that color really can go kind of spring or fall, depending on what you pair with it. Mm-hmm. Carol says, not a fan of yellow green myself. Baby 8 turkey green is a nope. What? There are times, friends, it's, I know it's just because I can't quite keep up, but there are times I'm like, it's a secret code, right? Is that what's happening? That's the conversation. Connie says Norm loves blue, a dark blue, not a pastel, right? We will clarify. It's important. It's important to specify what your colors are. Okay, speaking of that, so I'm at my brother's house and they are huge board game fans. I mean, online games too, but board games for sure. I mean, 300. No, I mean, that's probably a small estimate for how many they have. They have so many. And they have this game called Hues and Cues. Has anyone heard of this? Hues like color hues and cues as in giving a cue. Anyone? So imagine you have a board that has like all these squares on it. It's like a grid, and it has like this whole like rainbow of colors. And you pick up a card, and on the card you've got like 4 choices, and you can choose one of them, and you look on the board, and your job is to give a 1-word clue so that people will put their little board piece on close to the one you want. Anyways, it's this whole, can you give 1 and 2-word clues to have other people pick the color that you want. It's actually very hard. And I'm a pretty good color girl. It's very hard, I have to say. But if you ever get a chance and you want a fun color game, that's we played that a couple times. It was very fun. Arnie says a dark green, like British racing green from the Austin Healey's of the 1960s. Okay, Ernie, you and Dinah, my seamstress, should absolutely talk, because she is British, and she has a Mini Cooper that is in the British racing green. She's the coolest. Yes, that's totally what it makes me think of right there. Yeah. Yeah, Carol. The paint color wall game. The paint color wall game. I guess you could use it that way. Yes. Okay. All right. I'm with you. Hello, Shirley. Popping in to say good morning. My grandpa slept over last night and needs grandpup. I read that wrong. My grandpup slept over last night and needs a walk. We got snow. Woohoo! Excellent. We're so glad to say hi to you, Shirley. Kathy Stevens popped in. Hi. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, Lori says she's not digging the Pantone color. Mm-hmm. All right. Jokes only that men only do colors with 1 syllable, purple being the exception. All right. Okay. I can see that. Lori says she changes her answer from orange to dark blue. Okay. All right. Excellent. I love the color conversation. Okay. So tell me this. It is a brand new year. New Year's right here. Do you make any kind of goals, resolutions? And more specifically, you can just scratch that question. Do you have a weaving goal for the year? And if not, if you had a weaving goal for the year, what might it be? What do you think, friends? One thing that you would like to learn or try, or whatever it is, you let me know. What if you had a weaving goal for the year? See how I did that? If you had one, you don't have to have one, but if you had a weaving goal for the year, what would it be? What do you think? I need to carry on the whole I'm going to weave for a little bit every day goal. That I'm just a happier person when I do. It is. And what's funny is that I was talking to someone the other day, and I forget how it came up, but she's like, well, don't you just weave for most of the day? I was like, oh no. Running a business on your own is a lot of computer time, which is not the same as Loom time. So this year, I'm going to carry on to be weaving a little bit. Oh, look, is this Stephanie? Hi, gorgeous. I wore your sweatshirt yesterday. Bear Lake. Woohoo! Stephanie S. I love you, honey. Glad you're here. Stephanie and I have known each other since we were born. So a long darn time. But that's so fun that she stopped in. She's not a weaver at all, but it's so fun. Okay. Let's see. Connie popped in to say she likes dark blue and checks or stripes and white. I just like green better. Connie. Love that. Okay. Gemma says for the first part of the October weave along, done before the April. Oh, I like this. Is a great goal to get October done before April. Gemma, A+ for you. That's a wonderful goal. Yes. Okay, yeah, here we go. Kathy says to finish the October weave along. I like it. This is kind of a theme. This is awesome. Okay, Carrie says deflected double weave. Ooh, deflected double weave. I have not tried it myself, but it always seems challenging. But Carrie, this seems right up your alley, because I know you like, if it makes your brain hurt, Carrie's all about it. That's, Elizabeth says tie on an existing warp with the weaver's knot. Ooh, that's a great goal. That's a great thing to learn. Absolutely. I love that, Elizabeth. Thank you. Lori says, my weaving goal is to get a sectional beam, but in the meantime, weave every day. Woohoo! Sectional beam for Lori. There we go. Connie says, okay, weaving goal. 2 oldest granddaughters want double panel blankets from Auguste. That's my goal. Weave them for next Christmas. Okay, so Connie, what's the finished size you want to end up with? You let me know. What are you thinking for blanket size? Sue says, my goal is to weave more just for myself and the joy of exploration rather than produce a specific design or piece for a gift or whatever. Sue Ann, you are speaking my language, sister. This is, yes, I completely encourage the joy of exploration. I love that. I couldn't have said it better myself. That's amazing, darling. Yes. Let's see. Carrie says, oh, my other weaving goal is to get up to date with my online school, then start really making things for myself. That's awesome. Carrie, we know you're going to do amazing things. That's very exciting. Okay, Ernie says, weaving a little each day would be easy if it weren't for the time it takes to dress the loom to begin with. It's hard to get started. I understand that can be a challenge. Yes, for sure. Pardon me. You know, I have a nice little course coming up, Ernie, that might be helpful for that. You decide. Sherry says, I want to weave a wool blanket. Ooh, I've never done it. And now is the time. I like that. That's quite the statement, Sherry. This is the year of the wool blanket for Sherry. Oh, it's gotta be my sister. Totally is my sister. I really have to tell her not to call me during this time. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it. She's 2 hours behind me, so she's probably on her way to work. That's probably what's happening. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Remind me. Sis, don't call me while I'm doing live at the Loom. I'm trying to, juggle all the things. Do you have family like that? Mm-hmm. Anne says, my weaving goal is to try double weave. Oh, which was my goal from last year as well. And I completely believe in the fact that we are adults. There is no deadline. There are no grades. This could be your goal for the next however many years. We're here to support you. Double weave. That's a good one. Let's see. Gemma says, I also like to make my brain hurt when we have weave-alongs. Yes, I understand that. Yes. Let's see. Carol says, throw shuttle more, swear at the warp a little less, and remember to change the studio filter before the dust bunnies in the corner learn to take up arms and pair with the Loom gremlins to rule the studio. Carol, you have a wonderful imagination, my friend. That is, your comments always make me happy. I like this. Throw shuttle more, swear at the warp a little less. Mm-hmm. I think that's, yeah. Although sometimes swearing is necessary. Sometimes a good, blue streak. That's, yeah. Mm-hmm. Carrie says, I was tossing and turning until 4 a.m., so I got out of bed and wound a new warp. I like that. I like that's your go-to thing to do when you can't sleep. That's awesome. Connie says, the finished size for the blanket. Okay. Auguste produces 35-inch wide, so I'll do 2 sections to stitch together for hopefully a 70-inch wide, about 6 or 7 feet long. Ooh, that's a beast. Okay. Oh, you're going for it. That's awesome, Connie. That is the only blanket I've done was like a lap blanket kind of thing, and it was maybe 3x4. It was not very big. Excellent. Okay, I love these answers. Donna says she wants to use her woven fabric for sewing a pattern. I'm so not a sewer. I can appreciate that, Donna. You are preaching to the choir. That is, yes, I understand. Do you know who's brilliant at that, though, is Jennifer Fowler. I don't think she's on today, but she's good at that. Hello, is it Eric? Hi. My weaving goal is to establish my weaving studio into full operation here in Accra, Ghana. Oh, how wonderful. I've already run a bespoke weaving fabric business and have been outsourcing my orders to weavers. Congratulations. That sounds wonderful. What a great goal. Donna says the first scissor cut into your own woven fabric is hard. Yes. Ooh, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can concur. I concur right there. Carol says, once I'm down on the floor, I become a floor troll. I live down there now. I had better have a potty break, snack, a cell phone, and the draft pattern. Don't forget that. I'm changing my address. That's where I live. Mm-hmm. Gemma's also thinking, wool rug this year. Wool's the theme. I like it. Very nice. These are great goals, you guys. Let's see. Connie says, I'm spinning white wool for the weft for Auguste while we were talking. I'm wearing a fleece robe and the wool is clinging to me. That would be a sticky situation. Yes, I could see that. Mm-hmm. Excellent. Okay. So tell me, I know it's been the holidays and you've been busy with other things, probably, maybe, if not. What kind of things are you working on now? Do you have projects that are on the loom? How are they going? Give me the latest. My loom is naked at the moment. So today we're not going to weave. We're going to do a little show and tell, because that means I took off the overshot projects. Wow. Voice gone. Okay. This is why you must have tea on a mug warmer while you're doing live with the loom. By the way, is anyone's goal to drink more tea in 2025? That's always my goal. Speaking of goals that just roll over, my goal is always drink more tea in the new year. Ooh, Lori said, after this project's done, okay, I get the hand spun wool on the loom to weave a wool blanket. I love this. Okay, so much interest in wool, you guys. This is fantastic. How fun. Sam says, pinwheel projects. Turned out my EPI was too loose. This is what's on the loom now. Gotcha. Had to change the reeds mid-project for the first time. Do you know what, Sam? Have I told you the story about trying to figure out the undulating twill? Because I put it on with the spacing that I thought, oh, this would be fine. And within an inch, I was like, oh no, it's got to be closer. So I feel you, my friend. There are times when, to really be happy with a project, you just got to get in there and change the spacing, which is annoying. However, it is helpful when you want to get a certain result. So yeah, I feel you. I feel you, Sam. Carrie says she's currently starting M's and O's mixed with Huck threading and color and weave. Ooh, that's a whole bunch of stuff right there. But I know you're a girl who likes a whole bunch of stuff. That's fantastic. Carrie, that's so fun. Let's see. Okay, Carol says, I have towels still on one, rugs on another, and a new 30-yard warping board installed for Finn. Finn is the latest, correct? The yarn for, come back. The yarn for the first 8-frame Finn project is sitting here waiting. That sounds like a lot. There's a lot of projects happening at your house. That's, I know you've got a couple different looms to work with, though, so that makes sense, right? Hello, Jamie. Hello. Hope everyone is doing well, starting off the new year well. Hello, darling. We should catch up sometime. I have missed you for sure. Gemma says, if I could find tea capsules that fit the Nespresso machine. Okay, I would be so happy. You got a machine for Christmas, Ken. Congratulations. See? Encouraging tea drinkers everywhere. That's part of the mission. I don't know if that's true, but sounds good. Maureen is weaving twill block kitchen towels. Ooh, fantastic. You guys always have good projects. Sue Ann says, I'm also toying with using wool alpaca for the weft, cotton for the warp. Okay. I think my next project will be playing more with crook broad. Nice. Maybe some mug rugs so I can play with lots of different ideas. Sue Ann, that's a great idea. You know who loves some crook broad is our girl Sherry. She is a convert. That is for sure. Have fun. Okay, friends. There's a couple more things on my list. So, it's January. To state the obvious, it is January now, which means that I'm going to be opening the doors for the Dress Your Loom course. Yes, the doors are going to be open from January 8th through the 16th. That is, we treat it kind of like a college course, so you have a limited time to register. And then all together, we go through one module a week for the 6 weeks, and you get to keep the course forever. It's fabulous. But that is coming up. So, you're going to hear a lot about Dress Your Loom stuff coming up. And I thought this time around that it should be just more fun. It just always seems very serious. Come register now. But I was like, okay, let's make it a little more fun. So I'm calling it the registration celebration. January 8th through the 16th, we have some extras thrown in that will be very fun. As a matter of fact, we are starting off the whole experience with, let me pull the appropriate banner. Dun-dun-dun. We have, I'm going to do 2 sessions of a free webinar called What Kind of Weaver Are You? Right? It'll be so fun. We're going to do one session on next Wednesday at 6 p.m. and the next one at Thursday at 2. It's the same thing, but just 2 different times. Central time. Remember that if you have any questions, I'm on the same time as Chicago. But it is, it's going to be this fun, interactive webinar to kind of sort through if you're just like, it's perfect for like a beginning weaver, or if you're just kind of a curious crafter, kind of sorting out. But we're going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be a mix of kind of getting to know yourself and some education and some inspiration. And of course, I'll talk about the course as well, because it's part of the launch of the course. So if you are interested in seeing more information and saving a seat, here is the URL for that right here. Tiny URL 2025 Weaving Webinar. Dun, da, da, da. So that is that's how we're going to kick off the registration celebration. But we are also going to do a student Ask Me Anything, which will be back here. It'll be the same kind of format as Live at the Loom. And I have 3 students that are going to come on and chat with us. And they were part of my July class. Oh, you're going to love them. It's just going to be so much fun. And that's going to happen on Friday, January 10th at 10 a.m. My time. So y'all translate. So you'll see that when you look at the events, you know how you find Live at the Loom, you'll see a student, Dress Your Loom student Ask Me Anything. That's what that is. So if you're curious to hear from other students, you want to cheer on your fellow weavers, it's going to be such a blast. So that's just kind of the start of the whole registration celebration that is coming your way. I am so excited to just dive in and do it. All right. Oh, Connie jumped in and said she's working on finishing the October weave along, has about 10 inches left, and is weaving a baby blanket on Flora. She has yarn on the warping mill for Auguste, a rug on Matilda. I need to dress everyone else. You got some dressing in your future, my friend. That's what it sounds like. Okay, let's talk about some show and tell, shall we? If you've been hanging with me for the last, this was a pretty quick project, wasn't it? Let's see, I probably started in November, but I knocked it out like right before Christmas, before the New Year's. So I wanted to share kind of the final product and give you some thoughts and just let you know how it went. Okay, so this was an overshot project. I got the pattern out of Marguerite Porter Davison's book. Do you guys know this one? Let me get it. It's out of the Green Book, Marguerite, aka the Green Book, and it was called A German Pattern, which kind of makes me chuckle every time because it's like the Germans only have one, right? I'm sure there's many. That's the one right there. That's what we did right there. German pattern. On page, if anyone's curious, on page 123, that is the pattern that I decided to employ for this project. So my thought was I wanted to do 3 runners and do like a different weft color for each one, but keep the pattern consistent. I certainly want to take a little time to play with the pattern, but I gotta be honest, I ran out of inches. I didn't measure something quite right. So I thought I'd have plenty of cushion at the end of the project, and I didn't. No, as a matter of fact, you'll see the last one's pretty short. It happens. It happens to all of us, friends. We all mismeasure and calculate, and it just, yeah. Hello, Cindy. How are you? Happy New Year. Okay, so here. So this is the first one. I did this kind of cranberry, what would you call it? Some kind of purple. By the way, this is the warp down here. You can't see, it's like a dark plum color. It's kind of a apple green and what would you say? Not quite a sky blue, but kind of a lighter blue. So this is the first one in this kind of cranberry color. I like that you can, as you get farther away from it, you can really see how the pattern kind of pops, which is so fun. You see how they kind of interlock. That's really cool. So this is number 1. Right. And I forget, I think I set them, each runner was supposed to be 60 inches, I think. I think I said 60 inches on the loom. I am not going to wash this because it's a whole mix of, I don't even know what kind of fibers. I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm going to have my lovely seamstress just hem them and off they go. And if they need to be treated in some way, they dry clean beautifully. I dry clean quite a few of my things if they're like mixed fibers. I don't worry about the whole washer dryer. Okay, so that's number 1. I'm sure there's some little quirks in here too, which is just funny. Okay. By the way, if you are curious about kind of how I designed this, you should go back a couple of Live at the Looms because I ran out of yarn, and so I had to do some fancy moving of parts. I had to shift things all around to get this kind of pattern because this was not the original plan. It happens, friends. Creative problem solving. That's what we do. Okay, so this is number 2. Look at the blue. The blue is so pretty. And I think what's interesting is that I think that, let me put them both on the screen. I think that I actually use a little fatter weft here than I did here. So you can actually, it's part of it's the contrast, but you can really, like the pattern really pops with the blue, doesn't it? It looks very kind of icy and wintry. Yep. I like that. What's curious is that, I've got the green really shows up that like middle stripe. You don't notice it as much in the edges, but the green really shows up there. Yeah, fun, right? Okay, so this is number 2. By the way, this is probably why I ran out of inches. As I was weaving this, I had wound, let me find, okay, here, you can see it here. So I just pulled a whole bunch of yarns together for the weft, and I had just wound a whole bunch on, and I had more in the shuttle, and I thought, well, I don't want it. I'm never going to use that. So let's just keep weaving. So I'm sure that this is like 6 inches longer than I had planned on, because I wanted to use all my pretty colors. Look at all the, yeah, fun, right? Okay. So this is the blue, and then we roll. Yes, it's absolutely longer than the other one. And then I went into a green. Now there was all the drama about purple and green together, but I once you have like mostly green, the proportions work out okay. This has a really, what was that? I love tournament placemats. Yeah, thank you. Pardon me. This has, I think this one, wouldn't you say this one has the most kind of 1970s look of the 3 of them, right? How it changes with the colors. Same pattern, same everything. I just picked a different weft for the green. Avocado, right? Carol says the whole roll is 1974. I'll take it. Yes, yeah, that was a fine time, 1974. So, okay, so this was the green one, which I knew was going to be short, because I have like a measuring yarn on the loom, and I'm like, oh, there's no way I have enough yarn to finish this. So it's a shorter runner than the other 2, which is fine. But I absolutely wanted to have a little space at the end just to play with one more color option. So yes, friends, there is a bonus color option. Look at this. Come on. There's something about yellow and purple. And I know it's because they sit opposite each other on the color wheel. That's part of it. But look at the drama. Yeah. The yellow, listen to me, the yellow color is, yep, that fits the bill. Isn't that pretty? The last one pops. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so friends, some have already been chiming in. Connie says she likes the first one best, which we've got a little sliver of yellow, which is very fun. I've got a green. I've got a very striking blue, and then I've got this really pretty purpley one. What do you think? Do you have a favorite? I just think it was so fun is that each one has like its own personality, even though it's the exact same pattern. I didn't tweak the treadling. I didn't tweak any of that. Let's see. Jamie says loves the yellow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Elizabeth says yellow and purple. Nice. Let's see. Sam says blue for the win. Ernie says the purple makes the yellow look gold. Oh, it does. Oh, yeah, you're right. You are right for sure. Yep. Because if you could see, like, these are the yarns that I used so they're pretty light. Carrie says she's torn between the purple and the yellow. Carol, hi Carol, says regal with gold and purple. Okay. Cranberry looks holiday. Oh, it does look holiday. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Hi, Linka. Rita says the green. Maureen says blue for sure. Gemma says the green will work with my new bedding, but I love the cranberry. I like it. We're already matching it to our homes. That's perfect. Connie says the purple is beautiful, but the last Ernie is right. It looks royal. Oh, the green does? Is that one which Kathy says I like the berry purple one best, but the whole thing is cool. Thank you. They're fun, right? Mm-hmm. Linka says the blue and green. Yeah. Isn't that fun? So stay tuned. I am going to go through and tuck in some ends and have the lovely Dinah do some hemming for me, and we'll have runners to show for it. Woohoo! Won't that be fun? See, and now I have to sit down and roll it all up. By the way, I've always been a roller. Do you guys, when you have a finished fabric, a finished project, do you roll or do you fold? I will do so many things to avoid ironing. So I've always been a roller instead of a folder. You let me know if you have a different approach to all of that. Carol says she rolls. Mm-hmm. Sam folds. Okay, excellent. Yeah. I know, it's the little things, right? We always find some crazy little topic to chat about here. Lori says I roll. I love ironing, but I don't create extra work. Yeah. That's there we go. I like it. Okay, so I wanted to share that. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. What's next is that this is one of the few projects that I did fast enough. By the time I was done, I was like, oh, I'm not done. Like, I think I'm going to set it right back up and go again. I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah. Different yarns, completely different colors, different ratios. But I don't think I'm done with the German pattern. I think it's going to go right back on the loom and I'll play. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, friends. You know, you have those projects when you get done, you're like, that was really fun. And I wish I had more. What is this, Sandy? So when you pack a suitcase, do you also roll? Oh, is that interesting? I don't. How contradictory is that? I don't roll in a suitcase. I should, Sandy. That's a great idea. I love you guys always picking up on. Oh, that was me. That was me. Oh, Lori, I'm so sorry. See? I'm sorry, Sandy. I accidentally hit the wrong button. Oh man, that was my bad. The buttons are small. That's part of the challenge here, friends. Okay, so yes. Suanne says I fold my cloth and roll my clothes for packing. Oh, a little of both. I like it. Yes. Carol says, I don't want to rethread the heddles yet. Do you know what though? I don't have a problem. I don't. That was me. Yes, I'm sorry. That was me. I hit the wrong button, Sandy. Forgive me. Yes, things. What were you talking about? Me messing up. Yeah. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, all. I'll be right here, flubbing the buttons as we go. Elizabeth asked a measuring yarn. Okay, Elizabeth, that's it. I'm glad you brought that up. So what I like to do, and everyone does it a little bit differently, but if I know that I want to weave like a 60-inch runner, I will cut a string, a piece of yarn, and I will attach it on the edge of my fabric, kind of out of the way, and then I just roll it in so I can see my progress, so I can see where I'm going. So because it's you don't want to like unfurl the fabric is already wound on to measure it, so you want to measure as you go. So that's just my way of measuring as you go. Yes. Yes. Oh, Sam says, are you going to tie on for German 2.0? I'm starting from scratch. Do you know what, Sam? If I knew for sure, I'm glad you brought this up. If I knew for sure I was going to use the same size yarn, I absolutely would consider going through and tying on, which if you guys aren't familiar, there is a way that you can, as your one project comes to the end, you can just attach a whole new project by tying each yarn. So you don't have to go through the process of slaying the reed and threading the heddles. There's a way that you can do that. And I won't for in this instance because my loom is naked. I mean, it's not that I'm not hiding anything, friends. It is really naked. It is really, there is nothing, not a thing on there. So yes, I will start from scratch. But I don't mind dressing a loom. That has never been a problem for me. That's part of the reason why I teach a class all about it, because I actually enjoy the process. I like the challenge. I like that it's all, I mean, it's when you think about it, it's not really dressing a loom and weaving. It's really the whole, there's no weaving without dressing a loom. So I don't mind. So I am going to go into the shelves and find some other colors. Maybe Mocha Mousse. That could be one of them as I put the project back on for some more German pattern. Yeah. Linka says, I've learned that I absolutely hate tying onto my old warp. I like how it's easier or more pleasant than warping to me. Oh, okay. All right. See, it's always good to hear about your experience, though. Oh, Connie says she did a short video on how to tie yarn onto an old warp. That's awesome. Connie, is that something you could share in the Acting Creative community? See, that leads me right here, doesn't it? Friends, we have a Facebook group. Yes, it's called the Acting Creative Community. If you are on Facebook anyways, you're invited. Come over and join us. The group, is Sam still on? The group is like, we're just shy of 500 these days. We're like 470, 480 something. It's amazing. But it is this wonderful online space where you can talk all things weaving. It's a very special place. Everyone's so generous with their knowledge and their support, and it's awesome. So if you haven't joined us yet, you are invited. Come on over. Also, pardon me, do not forget that we have a membership that goes with all the Acting Creative things. It's over at Patreon. It's called the Acting Creative Insiders. Boy, we have a good time. That is for sure. It's there's a whole bunch of different tiers. You can choose kind of what perks are valuable to you and sign up at the tier that you want. And come over and join us over at the Acting Creative Insiders. Woohoo! Also, let's see what else is on my list. I know I have things on my list. Oh, we talked lots about Mocha Mousse. If you guys haven't seen the episode yet for the Pantone Color of the Year, it is up on YouTube. You can also see it on Facebook. Yeah, all the places, on the website, everywhere. And lastly, of course, if you are not yet getting the love notes that come out every week, come on over and join us. I try to include a fun story from here, just some thoughts. By the way, there will be a few more love notes than usual because I'll be sharing the good word that the Dress Your Loom course is opening. So hang tight if you're like, Chris, there's a lot of emails. It is just because it's only a limited amount of time, and I want to make sure that everyone hears the good news. Hello, Melissa. She inherited her great-grandmother's loom and just finished my first warp. About to do my first loom dressing. Yay! Congratulations, Melissa. That's very exciting. That's there's nothing like getting your first loom. That's for sure. Carol says, I'm looking for the pattern online. What book did you mention for the pattern? Oh, it's in the green book, Carol. The Marguerite Porter Davison is the, here, I got it. It's hanging out underneath all of my fabric there. This is the book. It is yeah, it's just called a German pattern. A German pattern. That's all it's called. It's pretty generic, I'm afraid. But yes, it is I don't know. Do you know what? You could always look for in handweaving.net to see if he has it included in his list of patterns there. That's always a possibility. I don't know if he has her stuff specifically, but the collection of patterns on handweaving.net is crazy. It is, talk about a rabbit hole. You can just hang there and look at patterns all day. It's really so much fun. Carol says, I have to catch the alpacas Saturday and put their coats on. Pray for me. Oh, highs of only 10 next week. Wind chills of minus 30. Whoo, Carol, we will be thinking of you. We'll thinking warm thoughts and that the alpacas cooperate. That's what we'll be. Mm-hmm. Hello, Mary Howard. You're here. Woohoo. All right, friends. Lori says it's been great knowing you. Okay, friends. So let's see. Next Thursday, we'll be back here. Next Thursday, we have just opened the doors for the Dress Your Loom course, which will be fantastic. There'll be all kinds of fun things planned. So in the meantime, you know what your homework is, right? Do a little something creative just for you. A little creative exploration. Not for friends, family, neighbors, kids. Nope. There's always time for them. Make time for you, friends. That is your homework for this week. Wait, Kim popped in. She said, does anyone have any knowledge about okay. What if it's a good edition? She has the green book. It's a source book. Oh, I'm not familiar with that. A patterned source book. I'm not sure, Kim. That's a good question though. Carol says alpacas and cooperate don't go in the same sentence. All right, so yes, next Thursday, be right back here. Mark your calendar to join us for Live at the Loom. We'll see. It's a pretty busy week, but we'll see if I can get a German pattern number 2 onto the loom in that time. If not, I'll take you with as I'm slaying a reed or threading kettles or something. I'll bring you with. I'll show you where I am in the process. For wherever we land by next Thursday, we'll let time and fate determine how far I get. So mark your calendars, and I will see you next week. In the meantime, have a wonderful week, friends, and happy weaving.